New and current customers get any phone free.
A full hour of Family Feud this morning at 8 on Fox 14.
You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, the quick reaction of a Parsons teacher saves a middle school student.
Plus, Joplin receives a substantial grant that will be focused on helping with recycling efforts.
And we've got another warm day. It's also going to be breezy out there. We'll talk about that in the forecast to get you out the door coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Caitlin O'Shaughnessy.
I'm Chris Warner. Just after 7 o'clock on this Thursday morning in the 4 states, and it's not a bad Thursday morning across the area. We've got a pretty decent start out there, and then we're talking about something else. Caitlin's wearing this sweater, and you're very likely going to need your sweaters over the next several days.
It's coming. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming, and maybe sooner than the rest of us expect. We'll talk about all that in detail in your full forecast. Yeah. We'll do that a little later. We'll scare you then.
Yes.
But for now, scary situation in Parsons had a pretty good outcome.
Yeah, so you never know when a life-threatening situation will occur, and if one does come up, you must be quick to act.
And that happened in Parsons yesterday, or the other day, when a middle school teacher's quick actions saved the life of a student. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
I'm scared, but I gotta help this kid. I just can't watch a kid choke.
Parsons middle schooler Ethan Brown was joking in class with friends while snacking on a piece of candy. Ethan says once the piece of candy went down the wrong pipe, it wasn't a laughing matter.
I've seen their faces turn from happy laughter to sad faces, because I knew I started to choke.
I knew it was serious when he was doing the international I'm choking sign. I could tell by his face that he was in a lot of discomfort.
Ethan ran over to his teacher, Joe Kampmeyer, who called for help and performed the Heimlich maneuver. Within seconds, Ethan could breathe again.
I'm very grateful for him to assist me that fast, and he's my favorite teacher and always has been.
His parents showed me a lot of gratitude. They were messaging me back and forth. His grandparents, I believe, even reached out to my parents and expressed their gratitude to them.
Principal Gordon says he was proud of his staff's quick reaction and happy to inform Ethan's parents that he is safe.
To talk to him on the phone, and again, the mom, she was very clear that she was happy with the staff and their number one priority being her students' safety.
Although Kampmeyer was the one to perform the Heimlich maneuver, he thanks his fellow colleagues for keeping the situation under control.
There was more people involved that were checking on kids and doing this, that, and the other, and the school nurse and the secretaries.
Yeah, we've made him staff member of the month before also. He's outstanding. This is just a typical day for Mr. Kampmeyer.
Reporting in Parsons, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The school requires training in CPR and the Heimlich maneuver for many staff members, including coaches, cafeteria workers, and club supervisors. It is not required for all staff members, but Kampmeyer says he learned the Heimlich maneuver while he was in the Air Force.
Certainly impressive that he was able to recognize those signs.
Right?
And jump into action.
This is what you do if you're choking.
Yeah, so, and able to immediately jump into action and
save
have
the boy's
a very
life.
Positive outcome there.
Yes.
In a situation that could have otherwise been not so positive.
No, sir. No, sir.
We've got a fairly positive forecast for you, at least for today, ahead of some changes that are coming in down the road. Let's take a quick look outside. This is our camera on top of the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin. And you can see we've got the clouds. We've got some clear skies still, but the clouds will continue to increase as we go through the morning. MoDOT camera, 32nd in range line. You can see some of those clouds now off to the northwest as well as we get this Thursday underway. Our temperatures, not as significant of a difference between Joplin and Pittsburgh as we had yesterday. We're sitting at 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Joplin right now. And as we head into the afternoon, again, the increasing clouds, we're going to have winds out of the south gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. We're going to go mid-upper 60s, and then the clouds will actually be beneficial for us tonight, and then we're going to start to see some changes starting tomorrow. Could see a stray sprinkle this evening as well, but no widespread rain. We do have some widespread rain on the way and another system late next week that we're keeping a very close eye on. We'll have the full details in your full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Caitlin?
Thanks, Chris. Fort Scott schools and local government offices reopened after the escape of an inmate caused a brief lockdown. The Sheriff's Department says 54-year-old Melvin Ray Foley III escaped while on work release from the Bourbon County Jail around 10 yesterday morning. They say he entered a home where he tried to alter his appearance and took personal property. State and city law enforcement sent drones and canine units to help with Foley's capture. Foley had been in the Bourbon County Jail for charges including burglary and criminal damage to property, and now additional charges could be filed. Federal funds will soon make their way to Joplin for a recycling education. The Environmental Protection Agency made the announcement yesterday on Recycling Day. Joplin will get a grant of more than $1.7 million, and the city plans to use the funds to support a 3-year campaign focused on further expanding recycling awareness and encouraging behavioral changes through educational programs. Middle and high school students attended the first ever Unified Champions Schools Southeast Youth Summit. The summit was open to students with and without disabilities to come as a pair to learn more about leadership. Educators and organizers explored with students how leaders connect with others, their schools, and their communities. There is also time for some fun activities, and the goal was to cultivate the community leaders of tomorrow today.
I feel like the most important thing is that the high schoolers and elementary kids and like middle schoolers, all the kids that will be here, will start involving their athletes and will start helping them out more, letting them in, letting them join in the circles and being a part with them and just being really nice to them and not judging them for what they look like, who they are.
The theme for this year's summit was connections. Up next, we'll be raising the roof, gingerbread roof that is. Kelly Redden will be with us to go over the upcoming gingerbread house competition. And later, the peak season for viruses is just around the corner and RSV vaccine shortages are being experienced all over the country. We'll have the details of what you can do. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
It's our 2 biggest sales in one at Johnson Warren Homes 4 days of savings store-wide.
Get free labor and pad on every carpet.
Plus, through Sunday, BOGO on every hard surface.
And 0 interest for 1 year.
For 4 days only at Johnson Flooring.
Hi, I'm Scott with Windows for Less. 12 years ago, I founded Windows for Less. Over those 12 years, what we have discovered is that homeowners only want, they expect quality and dependability from a company they can trust. At Windows for Less, we've taken that commitment to a whole new level with our brand new state-of-the-art window manufacturing facility located right here in Carthage, Missouri. So if you're a contractor, a business, or a homeowner looking for high-quality American-made windows built right here in Carthage, USA, give Windows for Less a call today. If you want the best for less, call Windows for Less.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I feel free to bare my skin thanks to Skyrizi. I'm celebrating my clearer skin my way. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin even at 5 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Thanks to clearer skin with Skyrizi, this is my moment. There's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's our 2 biggest sales in one at Johnson Warren Homes 4 days of savings store-wide.
Get free labor and pad on every carpet.
Plus, through Sunday, BOGO on every hard surface.
And 0 interest for 1 year.
For 4 days only at Johnson Flooring.
Well, welcome back. Join with me right now in studio is the one and only Mrs. Claus, and she's here to tell us all about a gingerbread house competition coming up.
Yes, the Joplin History and Mineral Museum will have a gingerbread house contest. We start on December the 2nd at noon. You can bring in your gingerbread house until December 8th at 5 p.m. On December the 9th, the Joplin History and Mineral Museum has their open house from 11 to 2, and at 1 o'clock we announce the winners.
That is impressive. And who are the people that are creating these beautiful gingerbread houses?
Anyone can do that and bring them in. So we have 4 categories. Children from like 5 probably to 10. 11 to 17 is another category. Adults and professionals. First place gets $50. Second place in each category gets $25. And every entrant gets a little something when they bring their entry in.
Okay, professional gingerbread makers, so that's a real thing?
So like bakeries,
Fascinating.
all those, that kind of people. And we had 2 beautiful ones last year from the Frosted Cakery, so we're hoping that we get even more this year.
That sounds like so much fun, and they're all going to be on display, correct?
They're all going to be on display, so you'll be able to see them, including, after we've done the winners, the gingerbread houses will be there until the 20th.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. And where can people go to sign up?
So you don't have to. You can
Easy as that?
You just bring it in anywhere between December 2nd and December 8th. You can bring it in. It costs nothing to enter.
Are there any rules that we need to think about?
Everything has to be edible, but if you go to the museum website, which is joplin-museum.org, you can pull up all of the rules. Mostly it's just you have to have everything edible. And it does, they have a space, so no larger than 18 by 26.
Oh my goodness. And why do you guys do this every year?
Well, we want to involve the community, and this is a nice way that families can do things together. Then they can come out, and the open house is free, so you don't have to pay anything to come to the museum that day. And the museum will be decorated to the nines for Christmas.
I love that. And to anyone who hasn't been to the museum, tell us, where is it located?
It is located on Schifferdecker behind the pool and between the pool and the golf course.
I love that. Well, it sounds like a wonderful event. You at home, make sure you get your gingerbread houses in and
come see Mrs. Claus at the museum.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mrs.
Thank
Claus.
you.
And stick around because we got more news coming up right after this.
There's a new option in town for your vet care. Mutt Medics is now open at 20th and Main in Joplin. Mutt Medics offers preventative care options, affordable prices, and wellness packages for your pet. Mutt Medics, now open at 20th and Main in Joplin.
It's Christmas time in Branson, and it's Christmas time at Beyond the Lens and Fly Ride. We invite you and your family to come visit us during this magical time of the year. Fly Ride is featuring for the 4th year the Polar Express Journey to the North Pole. We immerse you in the runaway train scene from the Christmas classic. You'll ride along with the conductor and the kids with the smell of hot chocolate and pine, very immersive, and really create a great memory for you, your family, and friends. So we invite you to come that, and then also Beyond the Lens, our exhibits are all available. Again, remember, it's technotainment, entertainment through technology. We have mysteries and history, we have virtual reality, we have augmented reality, and we have so many photo opportunities that capture very fun experiences that you, your family, and friends can reminisce for years to come. And this time of year, we have the holiday combo. That is the best value. That allows you to do both Fly Ride adventures, which includes Take Flight Across America, where you will fly over 22 national landmarks. You'll have wind in your hair, smells, mists, and then also the Polar Express Journey to the North Pole and all the exhibits. So it is the best value. We invite you to come see us at Beyond the Lens and Fly Ride in Branson, Missouri, where Christmas is a magical time of the year.
Looking for a place that's really fun for all ages? Beyond the Lens has something wow for everyone.
There's a new option in town for your vet care. Mutt Medics is now open at 20th and Main in Joplin. Mutt Medics offers preventative care options, affordable prices, and wellness packages for your pet. Mutt Medics, now open at 20th and Main in Joplin.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is now 7:14, and we are just a few seconds away from 7:15 on this Thursday morning here in the 4 states. Live look from our camera on the Cornell Complex, looking great out there. We got the clouds, and those will continue to increase across the area. MoDOT camera, 32nd range line. You can see some of the clouds that rolled through this morning pushed off to the north, but again, more of those are on the way, and we're starting to get a bit cloudy here on the KDOT camera on 69 just south of Pittsburgh out there as well. Our camera, 7th and range line. Another look at those clouds. 48 in Joplin. Feels like 45 with a south breeze at about 7 with those partly cloudy skies. But again, the clouds will increase as we head through the rest of this morning. And our winds are going to increase as well. We got 50 Chanute, Neodesha, 49 in Parsons, 45 Chetopa, 40 Miami, 50 in Neosho. Carthage checking in as the warm spot this morning, or at least one of them, sitting at 53. Technically, Bentonville is the warmest at 54. We get our morning started. Clouds increase. Winds will start gusting out of the south at around 25, and we'll go upper 50s, low 60s by late morning. Highs today are going to be upper 60s out there. Breezy, mostly cloudy skies, and then the clouds, we mentioned they'll work to our advantage. Well, this is how. They trap in that warm air, and we stay well above average into the mid 50s. However, for us tomorrow, we're not going to make it out of the low 60s. We're going to get back to normal. Then by this weekend, Sunday afternoon and evening, we have this storm system coming in that's going to bring us rain from Sunday into Monday into Tuesday morning across the area. It's also going to keep our temperatures low. And then we're watching another system by Friday that could bring us a wintry mix, something we're going to keep a close eye on. We're still plenty of time away from that. Lots will change, but we'll keep an eye on it. All right, average temperatures are about there. Low 60s. We're going to be low 50s, upper 40s Monday, Tuesday. Chilly heading into Thanksgiving, low 50s. And then we're watching that system Friday. Highs only about 40 with lows in the 20s. Something to keep an eye on. That's a quick check of your forecast. Now here's Caitlin with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. Loneliness is now a global health priority. The World Health Organization is launching a new commission on social connection to address the pressing health threat. Research has shown that lonely people face a higher risk of dying early. Lack of certain types of social connections has been linked with poor mental and physical health, including cognitive decline, poor immune function, and cardiovascular problems. One study even compared the health impacts of loneliness to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. While much of the research focuses on seniors, loneliness also impacts children and adolescents. And it's that time of the year when the days feel shorter and doctors are sharing some tips on how to cope with any seasonal depression that could come with it. Cleveland Clinic psychologist Kia Rai Prewitt says seasonal affective disorder can begin during late fall. If you're feeling sad, don't have a ton of energy, and are having trouble sleeping, she says light therapy might help. Prewitt recommends using a special lamp that will mimic sunlight. Despite the cold, going outside and socializing can also help during the winter. Prewitt says you might have to force yourself to be active in order to feel good later. If feelings of sadness continues, she advises people to seek professional help. And parents eager to vaccinate their babies with the new RSV vaccine have been left with questions of when and where they can actually find the vaccine, especially as we head into peak season for upper respiratory viruses. Shortages across the U.S. have parents and pediatricians concerned. Kayla Christian has the story.
I talked to my pediatrician. My pediatrician said she wasn't sure if they were even going to be carrying it or not because of insurance. So had to figure out if my insurance would cover it. Finally figured out insurance would cover it. Went back to my pediatrician, and turns out she says there was a shortage.
Eager to get her 5-month-old Lawson an RSV immunization after experiencing the illness with her first son, Eli, years ago.
And watching your baby struggle to breathe is one of the scariest things you can possibly experience as a parent.
Former Channel 7 anchor Alicia Dover said she had to wait at least a month before finally tracking down the injection in White County.
The White County Health Department had a few vaccines left, so she said call up there, called the White County Health Department, and they did have some vaccines available, but I had to get on a waiting list. So put our name down on a waiting list, waited 11 days, and then had to drive at least an hour to White County in order to get the vaccine for my baby.
The FDA approved the first immunization earlier this year. Recommendations due to the shortage have now changed, making infants less than 6 months old and immune compromised top priority. But parents and pediatricians are still unaware of when supplies will be available. But Dover says to keep fighting to get it.
Yeah, I think right now just trying to track it down, not stopping, just calling multiple places and seeing if you can track one down. It was certainly worth it for me.
The CDC says that out of the 80% of children who contract the virus in their first year of life, thousands are hospitalized. Coming up, a Maryland woman survives a knife attack and reunites with her savior. That story and more after this.
High Winds Casino is locked and loaded. You could win guns and ammo. Be at High Winds Saturday night, November 25th. 5 lucky players win a dream hunting rifle or shotgun. Earn entries now and take your shot at winning. Locked and loaded guns and ammo giveaway only at High Winds.
Make your holiday party special with catering from McCune Farm to Market Cafe, featuring hand-cut steaks and tips plus a full made-from-scratch menu. Or book the cafe for your private event, just north of 400 on Highway 126 in McCune.
30 minutes over a cup of coffee, loaded nachos at halftime, a spin dash for the win. Dance and share it with the world. And the time it takes to enjoy a slice or two, you can make a difference. It takes little to be big.
It's a beautiful morning, Scotty, and we have an early game today.
That injured list, it's getting longer by the minute.
Not to mention, there's apparently a nasty virus sweeping through the locker room.
Yeah, but these players, they're in good hands.
All of them need to feel their best this season, Scotty.
Yes, they do, Jack, because this team is on track to win it all this year.
Every day, Mercy's team is ready to take care of yours, bringing you the care you need now. Find out all the ways to access Mercy at mercynow.net.
The holiday season is upon us. Let local and family-owned Healing Hands Caring Hearts help you take your family home from the nursing home for the holiday to spend time with the ones they love. If distance is a factor, we provide a family room to make it easier to stay connected. Please call 620-308-0277 or stop by our office at 606 North Broadway in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Happy holidays from all of us at Healing Hands Caring Hearts.
Race into Westco early because we're getting revved up for Black November savings, and the deals are already speeding through. Catch Lazy Boy rocker recliners for as low as $379, Ashley sleeper sofas for just $899, and Franklin Theater chaises for only $1,099. Save $100 when you buy any Ashley sectional or sofa and love seat. Plus, don't miss in-store drawings where everybody wins, and ask about interest-free financing. We're revving up all month long for Black November savings, only at Westco.
Well, a 75-year-old Maryland woman who survived a vicious knife attack was reunited with the retired truck driver who saved her life.
Scott Broom reports on her emotional meeting.
How you doing? Oh, come on, baby, don't do that.
You saved my life.
I know, that's okay. Oh, baby, don't cry.
I was laying down on the ground. My throat was slit. There was blood coming out of my mouth. Nobody was there to help me. And this person walks in, and he says, "Oh my gosh, you're bleeding," and he put me up against his legs.
Yeah.
So I could breathe. And then he called 911. Then people started showing up. But if it wasn't for this man, I would be dead today.
Baby, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just glad that I was there to help you. That's all. And I just want to close it.
Hero Michael Moore says he was traumatized by what happened to Elda, and this meeting helps.
That lays heavy on my conscience.
Earlier, Moore met me here in the shopping center where this happened November 1st.
He's right there in that corner.
Where he showed me how he found Elda in the entry alcove of Eddie Leonard's carryout here. 30-year-old James Minor is charged with stabbing her, grabbing her car keys, and stealing her car, leaving her to die, just as Moore was walking in.
I saw him, then that's when I went in the store.
Moore told me he used paper towels from the restaurant to apply pressure and stop the bleeding until paramedics came. Paul Becker is Elda's son.
Even in something as horrible as this, you just have to remind yourself how much there is to be thankful for, and I'll use the word hero.
I want to meet the person, and give her my gratitude, and give her my blessings. Care yourself, man, okay? And it's going to be all right, man.
A 30-year-old James Minor was arrested and charged in the attack. That was after his family contacted police on seeing his picture on broadcasts about the incident. So very, very lucky that that gentleman was there at the right place, the right time, and that they were able to catch the suspect as well.
That's true. Great. Well, coming up, yesterday was Recycling Day, and Fernanda Silva shares how an area recycling center brought honor to one of their former presidents.
And we've got ourselves, it looks like a great start. It is a pretty good start, but clouds are increasing, winds are increasing. Ahead of some big changes in the forecast. Take a look at all that when we come back.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's Black Friday is going on now. Get up to 75% off holiday hot buys or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Only at Ashley.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's Fox 14 Pledge of Allegiance is brought to you by Oasis Salon and Day Spa.
You deserve an escape. You deserve to look and feel your best. You deserve the love that you're always trying to give everyone else. You deserve an oasis. Oasis Salon and Day Spa. Gift certificates are available now. The perfect gift for any occasion.
Get big savings during Schultz Lawn & Garden's year-end sale. $500 off all remaining in-stock 550 and 750 Bandit UTVs. $500 off all remaining in-stock Bad Boy tractors. $10 to $30 off select steel power tools, including the popular handheld pruning saw, blowers, and wet-dry vacuum. And with select steel saw purchases, get this free kit including carrying case, chain, and steel cap. It's the end of the year sale at Schultz Lawn & Garden in Pittsburgh and Lamar.
My name is Josh Sanavia, and I'm the owner at Isla Veterinary Boutique Hospital. I was 5-6 years of age, and I knew I was going to be a vet. Once Alexandra called me to let me know that Bank of America had approved my loan, it was important to me.
We not only just provide the financing piece, we do everything that we can to surround them with the right people.
All you need is a perfect, amazing team that will guide you through the right steps to be successful. And that's what Bank of America was for me.
Feels good to be home.
Everyone shops like a VIP during Ashley's biggest and best Black Friday sale ever. This weekend only, get 25% off store-wide. Plus, shop confidently with Ashley's price match guarantee. Only at Ashley.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
To the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. The time now is 7:28 a.m. I'm Caitlin O'Shaughnessy. Middle and high school students attended the first ever Unified Champions School Summit. The summit was open to students with and without disabilities to come as a pair to learn more about leadership. Educators and organizers explored with students how leaders connect with others, their schools, and their communities. There is also time for some fun activities. The goal of the summit was to cultivate the community leaders of tomorrow, today.
So our hope is that these students, who again have been chosen because they're really seen as leaders for inclusion in their school, will take these skills, take these activities back to their schools, and they'll start unified clubs. They'll encourage more people to go out for unified sports. They'll just find different ways to make their schools more inclusive. The theme for this year's summit was connections.
And there ain't no party like a Northeast Oklahoma A&M college party. NEO held a block party tonight ahead of its big game against Coffeyville. The meal was free for anyone with an NEO ID card and $10 to the public. The first 200 students got a free t-shirt. And yesterday was America Recycles Day, the perfect day to recycle the name of an old building. The Southeast Kansas Recycling Center dedicated its building to James Triplett, the nonprofit's former president. KOAM's Fernanda Silva was there to learn about his legacy and check out the SCKR open house.
It was in the 90s when James Triplett started getting involved with recycling in Pittsburgh. Now, 30 years later, the former PSU professor's legacy is recognized as Southeast Kansas Recycling Center dedicates its building to the former president.
I find it difficult to believe I'm being honored for something I've had so much fun with.
Triplett is one of the driving forces behind the SCK Recycling Center. Last year, SCKR processed more than 900 tons of material, and they hope to reach the same number in 2023.
When the materials get here, they are processed and baled. Every month, more than 4 trucks come to SCKR, and each of them take more than 30 of these bills.
You can see all these boxes here. These are boxes waiting to be compacted. What we'll do is we'll run it through the compactor and we'll wind up with a bale. So we run all of these different materials through the same baling operation. So we smash them hard, we put steel wire around them to hold them.
Do you guys sometimes get things that are valuable that maybe people are throwing away?
We have what we call a reuse shop. Yeah, we do a lot of things to raise money so that we can do what we're really trying to do, which is recycle.
The nonprofit says recycling is essential to save the environment and to make economy more efficient.
You know, I recycle and I compost, and I probably don't generate a kitchen trash bag every week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
By giving examples and teaching, Triplett says he saw an increase in the number of people recycling, but SCKR hopes to see more.
We can only waste material for so long before it catches up to us.
In Pittsburgh, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
You can learn more about what kind of materials you can take to SCK Recycling Center and open times for a drop-off on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com.
And we've got ourselves a warm and windy day across the 4 states out there. This morning, though, we're starting to see some of the clouds out there, and they'll continue to increase. 48 in Joplin, feeling like 45 with the south breeze at 7, and those winds are going to increase. They're going to start gusting out of the south around 25 miles an hour. 50s, Neodesha, Chanute, Nevada, Lamar. We've also got 45, Iola, 49, Fort Scott, 48 in Pittsburgh, 39, Miami, and 49, Carthage and Neosho, as well as Cassville. So clouds increasing through the morning, as do the wind speeds, and we'll go upper 50s, low 60s by late morning. And as we head into the afternoon, this is our last above average day for the foreseeable future out there. As we go mid upper 60s, mostly cloudy skies. The clouds working in our favor for our lows tonight. They'll be well above average into the mid 50s out there. And we'll still be a bit breezy. However, as we head into tomorrow, not much change in the temperatures. And we could see a stray sprinkle or shower this evening and or tomorrow morning, but most of us dry. 2 things I want to talk with you about first. 1, Sunday. Here we are, afternoon into the evening. Here comes this low pressure system. And that's going to bring us some rain chances, and some good rain chances at that, that'll last from Sunday evening through our Monday with maybe a few brief pauses and all the way into Tuesday morning across the area before it starts to clear out by early afternoon on Tuesday. So we get some much needed rain. Then we go through next week. Temperatures below average across the area. And then we're watching. Now, I want to emphasize a couple things. 1, we're still obviously several days out from next Friday. There's going to be a lot of things that will change in this forecast between here and then. However, what we're looking at and what's showing up is something we want to keep a close eye on, not just because it could be our first slight winter event of the season, but also because with Black Friday, holiday traveling following Thanksgiving, if it does materialize, it could be an inconvenience for drivers and for commuters and for folks maybe trying to get home next Friday. So by Thursday, by Thanksgiving, we're going to be chilly. It's going to be cool. Then we head into late Thursday night into our Friday. Now, the future track right now is showing this broad area of potential snow and a wintry mix right along our southern counties. Wintry mix is what we're looking at the possibility of. Again, I want to emphasize there's going to be a ton of changes and refinements in this forecast and this data between now and then. And to give you an example, the long-range models suggest 3 inches of snow right now. But like I said, we may not see any snow. It may stay a little warmer. We may just get a wintry mix. We may just get rain. But it is something that bears watching because temperatures are expected to be pretty cold behind this system as well. So again, a lot of stuff's going to change between here and then. But we want to give you that heads up that it is something we're watching next Friday. Also because of all the traveling that's going to be taking place. So between now and then, though, low 60s tomorrow through Sunday. Then we get the rain in here, drops our temperatures below average into the upper 40s and low 50s. We hang on to low 50s and pretty decent weather heading into Thanksgiving. So we're looking at a chilly but nice day. And then we'll watch this system next Friday. Highs only about 40 degrees. And our lows in the 20s. So again, it's something that does bear watching. And as I mentioned, we're going to keep a close eye on it. And I know I've said it 100 times. I just want to make sure folks at home understand. We have got a long time between here and then, and there's going to be a number of changes. But just for those planning with Thanksgiving travel plans, a heads up about next Friday, something to keep an eye on. That's a quick check of your forecast. I'm going to send it back over to Caitlin now. Caitlin?
That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. A former Pittsburgh school is getting a facelift. Anthony Salvallo has more.
Each day we choose to take steps forward, to put a smile on someone's face, to look out for each other. We are your family, your neighbors, your friends. We are Kansas. Health insurance enrollment is open now through January 15th.
This year, let Ford make the holidays bright and bring everyone together. Go over any type of terrain with Ford Bronco Sport.
How's the weather?
All good. And the confidence of GOAT modes. And the versatile Ford Explorer with available seating for 7. And with power on demand in the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning, well, that's how Ford is making the holidays bright. See your Ford dealer today during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event.
It's winning season at the Stables. Win big Wednesdays with Fall into Cash hot seats and all-you-can-eat catfish. The winning continues with Frenzy Fridays and our prime rib special every Friday. It's time again for our annual toy drive. Bring in a new toy valued at $12.50 or more and receive up to $60 in horseplay. Starting November 15th. Visit thestablescasino.com or Stable Rewards for full details. It's winning season at the Stables Casino in Miami, Oklahoma.
Hi, Travis McKinney here with American Fireplace Company. With gas prices rising, electric prices soaring, we want to be able to offer you an affordable option to keep your family warm this winter. For a limited time, we are offering free install. That's up to a $750 savings. Combine that with up to a $2,000 tax credit on a high-efficiency stove or insert. Don't forget to give us a call for all your heating and air needs.
That's American Fireplace Company, 909 Rangeline Road, Joplin, Missouri, right next to Justin Boots.
Each day we choose to take steps forward, to put a smile on someone's face, to look out for each other. We are your family, your neighbors, your friends. We are Kansas. Health insurance enrollment is open now through January 15th.
Joining us in the studio is Chucky Hessong, and she is teaching us how to make sweet potato dump cake.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being here. Now, what is dump cake? I've never heard of this.
You haven't?
No.
I can't believe it. Yeah, there's all kinds of varieties of them, but I liked this one because, you know, sweet potatoes are good for us.
Okay.
But it's, you know, it's a little bit different great for Thanksgiving, so I thought I'd share this one. So this is actually a canned sweet potato. You can use fresh sweet potatoes, and also I love it with pumpkin, so don't feel like you can't.
Okay.
If you use the sweet potatoes, you do need the larger can because you drain them off, which I already did for you. And I'm going to ask you to smash those for me.
I got it.
And then we're going to work on our dumping pieces. So I have 3 eggs in here. Oh, that bowl's a little small. I'm sorry here.
I don't know what I'm doing either. So
you told me you could smash.
Yes.
Okay, we're adding some sugar, of course. Because the sweet potatoes are canned in sugar, I don't put quite as much sugar as I do when I make the pumpkin one.
Good to know. All right.
And then a little salt and a little cinnamon. And you have to make sure that the cinnamon, you do this before, because like in a pumpkin pie, if you put the cinnamon in, it like all rises to the top. So you want to do that with the egg so it gets all sticky and icky in there.
Okay.
Okay, now this is your part. So I have to make sure and smash it just a smidge more because I don't want my cake later to be
get
chunky.
all the chunks out.
We want it to be chunk free. And this is hurried a little bit because we have the magic of television happening.
We do.
Here.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to put the whole can in there, and we are going to assume that it's really smashed up.
Yes.
And a can of evaporated milk.
All right, so far so good.
The evaporated milk's a little richer than just a refrigerator milk. If that's what you have, though, don't feel like you can't make a dump cake, because the idea is that it's super simple. So
just dump it all in.
That's right. About a teaspoon. We're measuring so carefully here on vanilla, because it usually doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stir this up. And
would you use a mixer normally?
No, I don't. I don't use a mixer a whole lot. I am going to have to smash them a little bit more because my assistant maybe didn't smash it.
I had one job.
One job, Caitlin.
You're doing good. We still have a minute and a half.
Okay, all right. We have lots of time to smash it then. Okay. Yeah, so you just kind of smash it, make sure that it's really good mix, because you don't want a chunk of you think about the puree that comes in a pumpkin, that's kind of what you're looking for, the texture.
And sweet potatoes different than, or it is yams. Is it yams? What's the difference? Sweet potato,
sweet potatoes and yams are technically two different vegetables, but some people refer to them as yams. So they are sweet potatoes, and like I said, the fresh ones that you can get are kind of orange. They work too, but you need to pre-cook them before you get into this space. So
okay. So now you got it properly smashed.
Sort of, yeah, mostly. All right, and all my milk is in. All right, so then we're going to put it in our prepared pan, and this is kind of heavy one. You want to? Let me switch some stuff out of the way for you.
All right.
You want to
have that?
Now you can spray a pan, right? I didn't ask all of your skill set before.
She has no idea. They don't allow me in the kitchen, especially Thanksgiving.
Okay, good to know.
Get out. I'm like, all right.
I should have asked.
I'm just there to make conversation.
You're the pretty face. You're the pretty
okay, so we spray and now we play.
You're going to dump that if you would like.
Are you ready? Too much responsibility.
I know. It's a lot for you. I know.
All right, so we're in. We're in.
All right, you did good.
What a beaut.
It is. It's not very attractive, really, but it sure is tasty. This recipe, I've actually been using this one since, since my kids were little, and my oldest is 23 now, so.
It's great.
So that tells you that I liked it a lot.
All right, and we're going to stop right here, but stay tuned because part 2 is coming up right after this commercial break.
There's a new option in town for your vet care. Mutt Medics is now open at 20th and Main in Joplin. Mutt Medics offers preventative care options, affordable prices, and wellness packages for your pet. Mutt Medics, now open at 20th and Main in Joplin.
The clock is ticking down to turkey time, and you know we got the deals. During the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spent and watch the savings add up. And with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out doorbusters while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. There's a lot to be thankful for during the Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
There's a common misconception that therapy is only for people who have been diagnosed with a mental health condition. But in reality, therapy can help in many situations. If you're struggling with an experience, feelings, or mental health condition, or if you just need someone to talk to about everything weighing on your mind, Avenues of Mental Health is here for you. With over 25 years experience, we can help you become emotionally stronger and learn coping tools you can use for the rest of your life. You do matter.
Highwinds Casino is locked and loaded. You could win guns and ammo. Be at Highwinds Saturday night, November 25th. 5 lucky players win a dream hunting rifle or shotgun. Earn entries now and take your shot at winning. Locked and loaded guns and ammo giveaway only at Highwinds.
There's a new option in town for your vet care. Mutt Medics is now open at 20th and Main in Joplin. Mutt Medics offers preventative care options, affordable prices, and wellness packages for your pet. Mutt Medics, now open at 20th and Main in Joplin.
All right, welcome back. We have Chucky Hesung teaching us how to make these sweet potato dump cakes. Part 2, what is the final process here?
Well, now I'm a little more aware of your cooking skills, so I've revisited a little bit. So.
Just go sit this one out, kid.
No, you're going to have to learn. And that's what my blog is really for. It's for people who really don't know how to cook. So, I'm talking. This is butter pecan cake mix.
Ooh, lovely.
You can use a different flavor if you want, but this one's nice for the little bit of a fall flavor. And you kind of have to take your time on this, which is not my gig. I like to be fast. But you kind of have to take your time here so you get good coverage. You don't want any spaces where it doesn't have cake mix. And
I love that you just put it on top after the fact. I
it's
thought
the
you'd have to
dump
mix
cake.
it
I know, and you do not stir. So this is in the recipe. I tell you like 14 times, do not stir now. So we did all the stirring we're doing.
This is new to me.
You've missed any more opportunity to stir. It's over. So if you love to stir, it's over.
All right.
So that's it. And I kind of have a little bit of a big spot here. So yeah, on my blog, that's the kind of the hope is that as my kids have gotten older, I'm like, oh, they know how to cook, but like there's lots of things that I maybe don't have written down. And so this is kind of the fun way to do that. So this is a stick and a half of butter.
Stick and a half melted butter.
And some people, when they make a dump cake, they don't melt the butter. I think it makes a prettier finish.
We like pretty things.
Well, it makes it a little more consistent finish for sure.
Yeah, we want it to look nice, especially if you're going over to the in-laws or you need to impress someone.
We were just talking about this. You could take this to your in-laws,
right?
And they would be like, "Oh, Caitlin knows how to cook. We maybe like her more than we thought we did, even, and we loved her to start with."
Here's my dump cake.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they'll taste it, and then
it's easy.
This is the part you can handle.
All
Sprinkle
right.
those on. that was really artistic.
I want to be like Salt Bae.
I'm gonna sneak around you here and get you. So this is the one I made for you last night, so that it would be all finished, so we didn't. So you could actually taste it. And it's maybe not the prettiest of cakes, but it serves up actually prettier than you think.
And it is pretty.
It is. And it's a beautiful fall color. It is. It's brown. That's what we do.
Hello.
And so Cool Whip, okay?
Oh yeah, Cool Whip.
I like homemade whipped cream, but it was, I was working hard to get all this together for you in my other job. So that is, I think it's delicious served with a little bit of Cool Whip.
I love it.
And you can do a little spray one because then it's extra pretty if you'd like.
Right? It's amazing. It's really good.
I knew your in-laws would be impressed. So this one actually I made with pumpkin. So you can, like I said, it's interchangeable. Use the small can of pumpkin or the large 28-ounce can of sweet potatoes that you drain. Either way works really well, and I love it both ways.
This is absolutely perfect for Thanksgiving. It tastes like Thanksgiving. I'm warm. I'm cozy.
Easy to transport. It's solid, so it's not sloshing around in your car. It's perfect for transportation.
No, this is your go-to. If you're still thinking, oh no, I have to bring something to the potluck.
Yep.
This thing. And how long did this take us? How much? Did this
minutes, literally, yeah, just absolutely
easy
minutes.
peasy.
We didn't skip anything off air, so we covered the baking.
I love that. And where can we go to find this recipe?
Go to laughingroostereats.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And we'll be seeing a lot more of you. This girl here, all your cooking tips, we're going to go far in life.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful to have you. Well, stick around because we got more news coming up.
Good job.
I'm not coming out until Casey's has thin crust.
Thin crust? Thin crust. He's finally coming down.
The wait is over. Casey's new light and crispy thin crust is here.
Kansas Crossing Casino brings you country legend Lori Morgan on her Enchanted Christmas Tour. Live in the Corral, Saturday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. Tickets are available online now at kansascrossingcasino.com. Don't miss Lori Morgan's hits and holiday performance. December 2nd, live at Kansas Crossing Casino, Pittsburgh, Kansas. Your entertainment destination. Must be 21 or older to attend. Entertainment schedule is subject to change.
For moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
At Aaron Saxton Associates, we get that after an accident, money is tight. That's why we offer so many services for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. We keep the insurance company away and get you the help you need. So call Aaron Saxton Associates. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
Have you ever seen gas station pizza do this?
or this? Well, now you have. Buy one large single-topping pizza, get the second 50% off. Only at Casey's.
What's for dinner is a simple question, but for families facing food insecurity, it's a stark reminder of a daily struggle. Food pantries help, but their resources are being stretched. Today, you can help stock their shelves by making a phone call and giving what you can. Just watch KOAM News for our Feed the Four States telethon. Your donations will help families put food on the table. Won't you join us today? Together, we can help area food pantries help even more.
Country singer Frank Ray walked the CMA Awards red carpet, where he talked about his new music and Hispanic representation in this genre.
He also shared his initiative to provide first responders with tools for improved mental health. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
Country singer Frank Ray recently released a self-titled album and a 5-song EP in Spanish. He says a big career motivator for him is representation.
I'm one of the few, if not the only, Hispanic artist in the genre right now, and not that it's necessarily a new idea. Mexican influence has been a part of country music since its origins, but they haven't had that representation for the last 20 to 25 years, and so for me to be here and just kind of carrying that torch for my culture and kind of paving the way like other artists did for me is what I'm most proud to. That's what keeps driving me forward.
In addition to music, Ray is focused on his mental health organization for first responders called FRAY.
I was a police officer for 10 years, and so I know exactly how difficult it is and how notorious we are as first responders to compartmentalize our issues, because you don't necessarily want to associate vulnerability with that job, right? And it's very hard for us to wrap our minds around that, but we need to kind of change the conversation about that, because these men and women, they deal with trauma on a daily basis, and they got to take that home. That's got to go somewhere.
He adds a big effort is going into what they call decompression rooms.
We build out a room in the police department or a firehouse, complete with a full-body massage chair. Bose donates some sound system that complete with ambient sounds, very spa-like, so to speak. So if you're a first responder, you can go out there and take your vest off, take your gun off, and just veg out for 15, 30 minutes, or your lunch hour, whatever time you have to get your mind right and get back out there and take care of business.
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
For more information on FRAY, see frayoc.org. And sounds like a really great organization.
It certainly does. He's doing lots, not just for country music, but also for law enforcement as well. Quick final check of our not final, but one more check of the forecast before we do a final look at that 7-day. We are looking at the camera, downtown Joplin, right there on the Cornell Complex. We've got the clouds out there. These clouds will continue to increase across the area. MoDOT camera, 32nd and range line. You can see some more clouds off to the north out there. And we are sitting at 48 in Joplin, a little cloudier up on the KDOT camera by Pittsburgh, and a little warmer too, sitting at 50 degrees. And as we head through today, winds gusting out of the south at about 25 miles an hour, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures into the mid to upper 60s out there on our last above average day. We'll have another look at your forecast and the news you need to know right after this.
It's our 2 biggest sales in one at Johnson Floor & Home's 4 days of savings store-wide.
Get free labor and pad on every carpet.
Plus, through Sunday, BOGO on every hard surface.
And 0 interest for 1 year.
For 4 days only at Johnson Flooring.
Hi, this is Alan from Wayside Furniture in Joplin, Missouri. We're a family-owned business, and we've now been serving the 4 states for over 50 years. Not only do we offer the most competitive prices anywhere, but when you purchase furniture from our huge showroom floor, you can take it home the same day. At Wayside, we even offer free area delivery. That's right, free area delivery. And there's no city sales tax. Plus, we offer free financing with approved credit. Come see us at Wayside Furniture, North Main and Fountain Road in Joplin.
More is better. Buffalo Run Casino and Resort.
30 minutes over a cup of coffee. Loaded nachos at halftime. A spin dash for the win. Dance and share it with the world. And the time it takes to enjoy a slice or two, you can make a difference. It takes little to be big.
we've teamed up with Lego 2K Drive.
Let's go! It's a crash course to the finish line.
That did feel very personal.
All new Lego Masters tonight on Fox.
It's our 2 biggest sales in one at Johnson Warren Homes 4 days of savings store-wide.
Get free labor and pad on every carpet.
Plus, through Sunday, BOGO on every hard surface.
And 0 interest for 1 year.
For 4 days only at Johnson Flooring.
Four State Heroes is brought to you in part by your Midwest Ford dealers.
We take this time now to honor a local veteran. Sergeant Robert Wise served in the U.S. Marines during the Korean War from 1950 to 1952 as part of the 11th Marine Regiment. The Oswego, Kansas native was awarded the Presidential Unit Citation with 1 Silver Star and 2 Bronze Stars. We are proud to salute Robert Wise, a four-state hero.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Fort Scott schools and local government offices reopened after the escape of an inmate caused a brief lockdown. The Sheriff's Department says 54-year-old Melvin Ray Foley III escaped while on work release from the Bourbon County Jail around 10 yesterday morning. They say he entered a home where he tried to alter his appearance and took personal property. State and city law enforcement sent drones and K-9 units to help with Foley's capture. Foley had been in the Bourbon County Jail for charges including burglary and criminal damage to property, and now additional charges could be filed. A Parsons Middle School teacher's quick action saved the life of a student. Parsons Middle Schooler Ethan Brown was choking in class. Ethan ran over to his teacher, Joe Campmere, who called for help and performed the Heimlich maneuver. Within seconds, Ethan could breathe again. As the school requires training in CPR and the Heimlich maneuver for many staff members, including coaches, cafeteria workers, or club supervisors. A project is underway to help Four State parents in need of childcare. The historic Washington School building in Pittsburgh began renovations this week. The project is led by Point Forward, an organization said to be dedicated to meeting the need of people in Crawford County. The building will be turned into an early childcare facility to help relieve a shortage in the community.